Okay, and? Oh my goodness. So many of you guys have hit me up, DM'd me about this story. And people have asked, hey, why don't you do a video on this story? Why don't you talk about this story, Lucas? And to be honest with you, I don't really care about this story. What this story is regarding is police brutality. This is something that Black Americans have been talking about for quite some time when it comes to Trump and the legal issues he's going through. I don't really care. People could ask me, hey, are you going to cover the trial? Are you going to talk about this? Why? Okay? Why am I going to cover a trial about a dude who was, fornicating with a porn star while his wife was pregnant, being treated unfairly by the justice system or whatnot, when we've been talking about this for all this time? We've been talking about systemic racism all this time. And when they tell us, hey, lift yourself up by the bootstrap, stop being a victim, okay? Be a victor. This is what they tell us. Now, when it happens to them, out of the blue, the outlier of times that it does, now they want everyone to rally the troops. Now they want everyone to have their backs. And I'm sorry, that reciprocity isn't there. What happened in this story is that you have this guy who was arrested due to disturbing the peace via public intoxication. Okay, we have this on video, and what eventually leads to is that this officer with a closed fist meets contact with this person's face about 13 times. Yes, that's what they're screaming about. Listen to me. That's what they're screaming about. You have all these white ignorants talking about, oh, look at this police brutality. Oh my God, I can't believe what's going on in America. Bro, he got punched 13 times. Is he alive? Yes. Is repercussions going to happen to the officer? Yes. All right. The officer, I've never seen this. The police chief wrote in to get this officer banned from ever being an officer again. I believe decertification of ever being an officer again. When have you seen that? When have you seen that? To get this officer never being an officer anywhere. Usually what happens is the officer resigns and they go become an officer in another state or another district or another department. That's how that usually works. So we see what they are capable of. We see that they understand what justice is. And furthermore, I'm just going to say this. If we were to flip the roles, right? If this was a black victim, what would we hear, bro? What would we hear? Well, why didn't he just comply? Why was he drinking in the first place? If he hadn't been drinking, Lucas, none of this would have happened. Well, the officer has a tough time. This officer is, he was a veteran. Okay, Lucas, we need to give him the benefit of the doubt. What happened before the video started playing? Why don't we look into the dude's background? Maybe he's been arrested before for public intoxication. That's exactly what they would do. They would try and victim blame. They would try and vilify the individual. That's what they would try and do. But because it's some white guy, okay, who is, first off, he's being hostile, he's being aggressive, he's being combative in the video.
Let me see the blood. Let me see the blood. Show it to me. Show me the blood.
You want the wagon?
Nope, we want to see the blood. Show me the blood.
Get in the car.
Shut the up, you little punk. Get in.
Disorderly, disturbing,
Yep.
Civil rights violation. What else we got?
Civil rights? Yeah, I know.
Get in the car.
Now, they all want to overlook this. They all want to overlook this and say, this is a shame. This is a travesty. We've got to do something. Now, the officer pled guilty. He's looking at possibly 10 years in prison. 10 years? You want to give this man 10 years for hitting a dude 13 times? That's what you want to tell me? Think about this. Think about this story. They want to scream and cry over Derek Chauvin. I've seen what they've done with Breonna Taylor. I've seen what they've done with George Floyd. I've seen what they've done to Elijah McClain. I've seen what they've done to black victims. Okay? And every single one, it's a fight. Ahmaud Arbery. Every single one, it's an uphill battle with these demons, with this lineage of evil. Every single time, we have to prove our innocence, even though allegedly in a court of law, innocent until proven guilty. Constantly. But I'm supposed to what? Be shocked, being, oh my God, oh, about some dude who gets to live to see another day? These are people who perish, who are fatally wounded via law enforcement. And then they come and tell us and blame us. They come and tell us, well, that's, hey, that's what happens. So no, I don't care for the story. I think the story is irrelevant. I think anyone who's screaming and crying about this story, you're foolish, absolutely foolish. If you're willing to scream and cry over this, but then as far as vilify, a Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Elijah McClain, the list goes on, a Tamir Rice, then, you're just a racist. It's as simple as that. You're a racist. And I think nowadays, I think it's becoming more and more prevalent that these people are just coming out and saying it. Yeah, I don't like you. Okay, fine. Great. Now I know. Now you can stop hiding behind your suits and ties. Now you can stop hiding behind your corporate rhetoric and just simply come out and say what you believe. Say what your disdain and distaste for us is. Because I'm tired of covering this hypocrisy. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe, look, you're making it racial. It has nothing to do with race. It has to do with the officers. Okay, they were bad officers, and not all officers are bad, and we got to protect them because they go through a lot. Or if you have belief, listen, I'm not making it racial. I'm just making an observation. Okay, because if that had been a black man who had done all that, he would have been tasered, and he probably would have been fatally wounded. That's what would have happened. Okay, but they went out of their way to restrain themselves. Okay, I think if officers were punching people, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Tamir Rice, Elijah McClain, Ahmaud, if these officers were just punching black people, I don't think we would have an issue, okay? But it seems that they're doing a little bit more than punching. Nevertheless, if you happen to disagree with the video, you're more than welcome to call in during Disagreement Day. You know where I'm at. Friday through Sunday, call in, we duke it out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think about this scenario. It's whatever to me. Subscribe and that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing. You gonna give this man 10 years for hitting a dude